Robert Pipe, the PlayStation's core developer, keeps working hard on the core. He's fixed some bugs to get even more games working. On a Twitter post he made, I see screenshots of Klonoa, Castlevania Symphony of the Night, Jumping Flash, and Final Fantasy VIII. I tried the latest nightly build, and before this update, Jumping Flash would crash not too long after starting a game. But now, I haven't experienced any crashes. Also, I see the option to load CHD images. I haven't tried these yet because all my games are in the bin.q format, but I plan on moving to the CHD format to save on space. Cheat support has also been added to the core. Core developer Jotego has given an update on what he will be currently working on. He's now working on the Neo Geo Pocket CPU and also fixing some issues reported on his current cores. For the Neo Geo Pocket, he was able to get 80% of the CPU instructions implemented. Jotego now feels he will need about 2 more weeks to complete the CPU and then move on to other parts of the Neo Geo Pocket. He also continued work on the Sly Spy schematic extraction. Once the core is released for Sly Spy, Jotego will also publish the schematics. The future plan for Sly Spy is to use the current Robocop core, the schematics, and MAME to develop a Sly Spy specific core. On Twitter, RNDMNK3 has shown an FPGA implementation of SNK's Alpha Mission arcade game. The graphics hardware simulation looks to be working, but sound still needs more work. It's not yet on the DE10 Nano, but the plans are to create a core for the MiSTer framework. Alpha Mission was a 1985 vertical shooter created by SNK. Gameplay is similar to Xevious in that you have separate air-to-air and air-to-ground weapons, so you must use the corresponding weapon for ground and air enemies. MiSTer now supports a new way of launching games for almost any core. Arcade games have for a long time offered the ability to launch each game directly instead of loading a core and then loading the arcade game. Now this feature is available to pretty much any core by way of MiSTer Game Launcher files, or MGL for short. So you can customize your MiSTer setup to show your favorite console games when you start it up. Then, when you select a game, it is automatically loaded for you, saving you the extra steps of loading a core and then loading the game. This works best for cores that do not require extra user interaction to load a game, like the console cores. Computer cores will most likely not work well with MGL files. A new computer core has been introduced. This core implements the Camputers Lynx 48 and 96. Yes, that's Camputers. I had to make sure it wasn't a misspelling. Camputers was the manufacturer of the machine. The Lynx was an 8-bit British home computer based on the Z80A CPU and released in 1983. From the quick research I did, the computer seemed to be pretty powerful for its price of £229. If you have one of these computers, then now you can try it out in MiSTer. A dedicated member in the MiSTer FPGA forums has managed to get Windows NT 4.0 working in AO486. It's a very involved process, but if you're willing to do a little work, you can try it out for yourself. Full instructions are in the MiSTer FPGA forum discussion. Windows NT was an operating system by Microsoft meant for business use, while non-NT versions of Windows like 95 and 98 were targeted to consumers. Eventually, Microsoft discontinued its non-NT operating system and used the NT kernel for all its future PC operating systems. And other cores receiving miscellaneous fixes and updates are Atari ST, 800 and 5200, AO486, Apple II, and more. For a full list of fixes and updates, check out this video's description for links to those. So that's it for this episode. I provided links for all my sources in the description. Make sure you also check out RetroRGB.com to see this video post in blog form and to get more retro-related content. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please give it a like. And if you want to see more content like this, hit the subscribe button and its bell icon so you can get notified of future videos. Thanks for watching, and I'll speak to you next time.